Hello and welcome to second fondling of Dark Souls 2. And that don't mean second, as in this is the second one I did because I did one for consoles. I just mean this is the second one I'm doing for PC. Thanks OBS, you jerk. Anyhow, well, let me just go through the whole spiel again. This is Dark Souls 2, gonna be released on PC I think on the 25th. By the time you see this video, it should already be out. But either way, let's take a look at how this game runs and performs. As you can see, the biggest difference is the rock-steady 60 frames per second that they got going here. And you can very easily tell the difference. Before, when I would basically kind of span my camera around, side to side, it would slow down. There was a lot of blurry little effects that was annoying. But there's none of that to be had. Let's see, and also there was a problem on the PS3 version which I played, where the voice clip from the NPCs would play after about a second or two of loading. It was very awkward and annoying, but now...
Bearer of the curse, seek souls, larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way, lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
So the soul may be mended. No such problem
For when
here.
the undead dies, it not all if you find it, so that I may...
No problem at all. It runs well, looks sharper, because of the resolution. In Dark Souls 1, you had to do a lot of little fixes and outside work in order to get the game looking and playing as well as it could. But in Dark Souls 2, just right out of the box, not a single problem. It has the options that you would expect on a modern PC game, and it works well. I was quite impressed by the port. So yeah, no big whoop, and it's worked out quite well. I'd beaten the game already on the PS3, but had always planned on playing through it again and getting my ultimate save on the PC, so this works out quite nicely. Okay. Now I'm going to do things a little differently as I did before. I actually made progress, so what happened is that I recorded the video, like I said, and what I did was I wanted to play the game until I died once, and then that would be the end of the recording. So it would make the video a bit more interesting for me to make and you to watch, perhaps. So I did that, and I did okay. I killed the boss. I got about 28-30 minutes in or something like that, and then I died to a foolish mistake. But now, well, that footage is no longer usable, so I'm gonna have to try again and try a different boss, perhaps, and hopefully have a similar outcome. But it remains to be seen. Shall we try the... It's a boss that I'm trying to beat. Now let's try the chariot boss. The road there is a little bit treacherous, but hopefully I won't die along the way. I swear if I don't get as far as I did before, I'm gonna be a little salty. Just a little bit. Wait. There's a guy that always attacks me when I do this. He's gotta be here somewhere. Ah, of course, there you are. Alright, jerk. I'm playing a bit of a battle mage. I'll show off a bit of my stance before I start off. He has very little strength, very little dex, very little endurance and vigor and stuff like that. He's very focused on magical and physical damage to a lesser degree. And I use this magic enchanted mace, which is actually quite strong, thanks to my int and strength scaling, which allows me to use it. So it does a hefty amount of damage. So that's what I've been using. So I can do both close quarter combat or take fights from afar, whichever is just like that. Now, whichever is better for the situation that I can use, which I quite enjoy. It's a very versatile build, and I like playing my Dark Souls that way. I've always liked the whole block and then counterattack business. I think they take a little bit more damage because they're in like attack state, so I can capitalize on that. And since this game has durability, I don't want to swing my weapons more times than I want to. You know, it also saves on stamina. This is generally a good strategy to use. Let's see. Do want to kill that guy. Whoa. Oh, I think I got aggro 2 of them. That is actually not good. Where's the other one, though? Stop stealing my thunder tree. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. Tactical retreat! One is always the more manageable number when it comes to these games, right? I don't think anyone would try to argue with me on that front. As easy as some of this looks when you're looking at it, it could go so wrong so fast. And that is the beauty of Dark Souls, isn't it? I think Dark Souls lulls you into a false sense of security from time to time. Probably on purpose. And then once you think you're doing pretty good and you're in a safe spot, you die. Is that guy aggro yet? Yeah. Now he is, and he looks pretty pissed. For whatever reason. Gotta love that backstab animation for the mace. It just looks so hefty. Of course, I'm trying to conserve as many healing items as I can, because I'll probably need them. Okay. Alright. One at a time, if you so please. I want to lock onto him and get some free hits in, but it is not to be, I guess. Last time I was here, they all aggroed at once. It was quite an affair. Now this is much more manageable. Is that 2 of them? No, just the one. No problem. Mr. Whip, eager to fight. Eager to die! Okay. Oh, that's nice and all, but I'm not sure if I can do this boss in one shot. I already died once. So this might be a very quick video, honestly, but hey. I'll give it the old college try, right? This is Dark Souls after all. But I'll show off a quick trick if I die. Which I probably will, but yeah, that's the biggest problem with this character, is that he's very fragile. His armor rating is kind of rubbish. I wish it was better, honestly, but hey, it is what it is. I have some better armor that I can use, but it brings it just brings my weight up so high, and that becomes very difficult for me to maneuver around. And I think speed is one of my strong points, so I can't really give that away either. So it's a very precarious situation, to say the least. Whoa, how did that hit me? Oh man, I think I might be dead right here. Shoot. Damn it. I thought I killed the person that was resurrecting the skeletons, but I guess there's more than just one. But anyway, I guess I'll just show off my little trick and just end the video, because, you know, second video and I'm a little salty that my first one didn't even get recorded. So okay, well, as you can see, I'm still in human form. I still have all my souls. I don't have to go pick them up. Very, very nice. And the reason for that is basically because I have this ring right here, a ring of protection. And what it does is that it nullifies death but breaks. So whenever I die, the ring breaks, and I get to keep my humanity and souls instead of having to go pick it up and having to use human effigies to get back my human form. And you would think that because it broke, I won't be able to use it again, but no. In fact, you just have to repair it, and you can use it as many times as you want. I think it's an item that is just incredibly overpowered, and yeah, I'd like to note that how fast these loading times are compared to the PS3 and 360 versions too. Let's go to repair. It's to pay a nominal fee of 3,000, which is big whoopity. I think I get a lot more than that just clearing my way to the boss every time, so it's no big deal. So yeah, Ring of Life Protection. It's probably the best item in the whole game. And there are several that you can get, which really doesn't matter because you only just need the one. But yes, you can get it early in No Man's Wharf if you can find it. It's kind of hidden pretty well, but if you can find it, you should probably use it all the way through. So yes. What's a ring that I could use to maybe help me out here? Maybe I could increase my maximum load, get some better armor on. That's always a possibility. Or increase my armor a bit, because my armor is kind of rubbish right now. I would love to use like the Elite Knight set and stuff, but it doesn't really gel all that well with the whole mage theme, you know. It is a nice piece of armor though. Pretty balanced. It is kind of heavy, I guess. Let's see if the armor smith has more weapons I can buy.
I'm glad to see you safe.
This is where I got the kite shield. It's quite a good shield. Blocks 90% of the 90% of physical damage, which is what you want. And only comes for a meager 10 strength requirement, which is great. Doesn't look like it has anything new for me to use. And these items are rather heavy for me at this moment, so I guess the Falconeer set is actually not that heavy. But obviously the benefits still aren't nearly as great as the ones you would get if you were using the Elite Knight set. The helm is maybe a little bit better? Comparable, anyway. Gloves, about the same. Maybe I'll use the Falconer set. The armor is a lot... is less, but it's also less heavy too, and then that gives it an A ranking too, so... I don't know. I'm not about to go rush and try to get the Havel set, because, yeah. I do like the whole aspect of
Always open for business.
being squishy but extremely powerful at the same time, but in Dark Souls sometimes that doesn't pay off too well, especially with the change they made to the dodge, which understandable, but I don't like. I like the whole invincibility frame of the dodge, where you could just go through enemy attacks if you can time it correctly, that is. But yeah, well, I mean, that was a rather quick little look at Dark Souls 2 for PC, but it is what it is. I wish I could use the first video I recorded, which turned out much better, but hey, that's just Dark Souls. Thanks for watching.